adults and teens, we will talk about teenage driving advice for success. Class is in session. Our learning target for success. I'm a state certified driving instructor. Testing is in progress. I want to welcome you in. So if you have questions, I need you to go ahead and put those questions in. Let's go ahead and get started. New driver advice. Do a lot of light traffic light driving. When you're learning to drive, what I need all of you to do is practice in your neighborhood. Practice making those right turns, hand over hand in, hand over hand out. Practice making 12 right turns, 12 left turns. They should be very consistent. Those turns should be the same. Perfectly turning in, perfectly turning out. Based on the National Highway Safety Transportation System, hand over hand is the best turning method for making right turns, for parallel parking, and for backing in driveways. There are other hand methods, hand to hand, hand over hand, but for our purposes, we want to focus on really good right turns and really good left turns. Hey, our learning target for success. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach teens and adults. Testing is in progress. I want to welcome you in. We're talking about advice for new drivers. And if you have questions, you go ahead and put that in. Next, you need to watch others when they drive. You need to be watching your mom. You need to be watching your dad. You need to be watching my videos. You need to be watching anyone you drive with. How are they holding the steering wheel? Are they holding it with one hand? Are they holding it with both hands? Are they holding the steering wheel at the top? Are they holding it at the bottom? Every time you drive, you need to be learning and engaging in the process. I need you to continue to study yield and rules of the right of way. These are some of the most confusing things for beginning drivers because you don't necessarily understand if I'm the first car here and there are four cars, who has the right of way? Well, if you're on the right, you have the right of way. If you come there first, you have the right of way. If you're not sure, wait. The right of way can be given. Next, let's talk about the big 5 strategies for driving. If you're just tuning in, you really need to be listening to this. You really need to be asking questions. First, I need you to concentrate on driving. Put down the phone. The text can wait. Trust me, because a lot of states in the United States are passing new laws to restrict motorists for driving when they're on the phone. Next, I need you to look into the turns. If you're making a right turn, I need to see you looking to the right. If you're making a left turn, I need to see you looking to the left. Look where you want the car to go. Don't look down at the steering wheel. I'm looking at the steering wheel. Don't look down at the speedometer. I'm looking at the speedometer. Your eyes belong up and looking out at the driving environment. The driving environment could be a neighborhood. The driving environment could be your school parking lot. The driving environment could be a main interstate. The driving environment changes. Downtown Detroit, Michigan. Downtown Houston, Texas. Downtown Los Angeles, California. Every area has different vibes, different rules, different guidelines. You as a beginner need to understand those guidelines before you really get going on the road. Next, I need you to drive at a speed that is safe and reasonable for the conditions. What does this mean? If it's snowing outside or raining outside, you need to drive at a speed slower than the posted speed limit. Why? You could get a ticket for driving at the speed limit if it's very bad weather. It's called inclement weather. What is our learning objective? Our learning objective is teens who want to learn how to drive, who want to be successful. I'm a state certified instructor. I teach adults. I teach teens. This is me. Testing is in progress. I want to welcome you in. You have questions. You need to go ahead and put those questions in. Let's continue. This is new driver advice. What I need you to do is increase your following distance. Beginning drivers tend to tailgate. You're following too closely. If someone stops your heart, you're going to hit them. It's a car length for every 10 miles an hour. I need you to understand this. A car length for every 10 miles an hour. Take your time. Keep your space. If you're not sure, pick a stationary object. 1001, 1002, 1003. You're now 3 seconds away. It's a calling for every 10 miles an hour. Next, I need you to stop early. A lot of beginners slam brakes. Slow down early. You want to roll up to the stop. You don't want to slam brakes, because if you slam brakes, the people behind you will slam brakes and you could get rear-ended. I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. It's just like all of you are in the car with me, because I'm giving you real life driver's education lessons, because I want all of you who are listening to be successful. Let's continue. Beginning drivers, what I need you to do is have a lot of room when pulling out into traffic. This is very tough. This is very challenging. And this is very dangerous, because a lot of beginning drivers don't judge cars. If I'm making a right turn, I'm looking to the left. That car's coming. That car's coming. Hey, I can go. You have to look to the left to check traffic. If you don't, you're going to pull out in front of a car. This is automatic failure, and you've scared your mom and dad. They don't want to, I don't want to drive with you anymore. You make me very nervous. So that's what your parents are going to say. Now you're going to have to beg them, and then they're going to say, I don't want to drive with you because you don't listen to me at the house. You don't have a job. You don't clean your room, but you want to drive. So you, as a driver, you need to show your parent, your guardian, your loved one, that you can drive. Don't make stupid decisions. What is the stupid decision? You pull out in front of a truck. You make a right turn on red and you didn't stop and almost got hit. You make a left turn in front of cars and you almost got hit. You don't use your blinker. You're going too fast in the neighborhood. There's so many different things that you haven't learned yet. But don't worry. Your uncle is here to help you be successful. If you have questions, you need to put them in. What is our learning target for success? Teen drivers. We're giving you a class right now into the things you need to be successful, to get your permit, to get your license, to pass your road test. If you're older than a teen, that's fine too. I'm very passionate about driver's education, and I want to help you. Hey, this is me. Testing in progress. I want to welcome you in. Let's continue getting you prepared. Next, don't scare your parent. I just talked about this. Scaring your parent, they're going to be very nervous. They're not going to want to drive with you. They're going to say, you know what? Wait till your father gets home. Mom, he won't be back the next Friday. I can't drive. You make me too nervous. Or, Mom, Dad screams. So what I need you to do, whoever's in the passenger seat, that is your coach. You need to have this grown-up conversation. Come here. Come here. Mom, Dad, I'm a new driver. I don't understand everything yet. I need you to help me. Then your parents will be like, oh, you want our help. You have to show them and tell them, I don't know everything. And I want to learn, so please help me. Don't scream. Don't grab everything. Just relax. And once your parents know that you're serious, they're going to smile and they're going to help you. Next, what I need you to do, new drivers don't judge speed properly. They don't judge distance very well. What does this mean? You're going to be going 10 under and it's 70 miles an hour. What does this mean in the neighborhood? You might be going 35 instead of 25. So there's so many elements there to this. If this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. You have to feel this is valuable. And if you feel this is valuable, you will give it a thumbs up. If don't, then you won't. I'm just going to listen and get what I need, and then I'm out. Next, they need a lot of verbal instruction. You as a beginning driver, you need your coach. I'm your coach. I need you to turn right at the light. Okay. I got to get over, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Okay, I'm over. Now what do I do? Slow down, check traffic before you, okay. Your mom and dad think you know what to do, but you don't. You need to educate them. You need to talk to them. Mom and dad, if you're listening, coach your son and daughter. They don't know everything. They don't know left. They don't know right. They don't know the gas. They don't know the brake. But I thought you taught them this. I did teach them this. But it's different when mom and dad's are in the car. Okay, I'm an instructor. I have a dual mirror. I have a brake. I know what to do. You don't. So be patient. Next, Do not assume they know what they're doing yet. Hey, I need you to merge on the expressway. I need you to go to downtown Houston and get off at exit 245. What? I don't even know how to put gas in my car yet. You need to tell your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, we're going to drive, but I need you to listen to me. Tell them your expectations. Tell them your rules. Learning target. Our learning target for success. Teen drivers, we want you to learn this information for success on the road. I'm your instructor. I want to welcome you in. Testing is in progress. I want to welcome you in. Testing in progress. I want to welcome you in. And once I welcome you in, you're going to be extremely successful. Let's talk about the original purpose of driver's education. Number one, driver's education is a formal program that focuses on teaching individuals how to operate a motor vehicle, how to drive safely. Unfortunately, your age group, 14 to about 24 years old, you have the most accidents. Males, you drive fast. You love driving that Trackhawk, that Hellcat, that Charger, that Mustang, that T-Rex, but you're going to get a lot of tickets. Slow down, take your time. Next, driver education typically includes classroom and it includes behind the wheel. I do classroom, I give you a little snapshot, I do behind the wheel. So you really get a feel of what's going on. There are a lot of people out here who just show you people driving around, doing a mock driving test. No, I show you real life. And that's what separates me from a lot of other people that you'll see. I'm showing you real life, people making mistakes, people learning from the mistakes, and a lot of people who are imitating this just make a face. You're not going to learn from making a face. You're going to learn from someone educating you and someone talking to you and then showing you the right way. That's how we learn. We don't learn from someone just making a face. That's not real life. We're here in the United States. We're about making things happen. No shade on my UK brothers and sisters. No shade on my people from other parts of the world. But we got to educate drivers, and we want people to be safe. Next, the goal of driver's education is to prepare new drivers for the challenges on the road and help reduce the number of traffic fatalities. What is a traffic fatality? Someone dies. We want to reduce that number. It's summertime. School is out. We have teen drivers. We have young adults driving. They don't know everything. And unfortunately, they're going to have accidents. So what I need you to do is really listen to me and focus in on what I'm saying. Next, driver's education in many high schools was offered as a class, as part of the curriculum. But now a lot of school districts around the country have dropped driver's education. They have laid off teachers. And then now it puts the workload on third parties. These are driving schools that are in your state, in your province, in your country. And there's a shortage, there's a shortage of driver's ed, there's a shortage of driver's ed instructors. So what does this mean? You might have to wait 3 months, 6 months, 7 months. Typically the classes are 36 people. I would drive 26. My other instructor would drive 10. That's a lot. I have learned from you. Keep it up. I'm trying, Jacob. I'm putting in that work. And I want to keep going. I want to keep educating you. And Jacob, if you feel this is valuable, you'll subscribe. You'll give it a thumbs up because I want to bring you value. What is our learning target? It is teen drivers. We want you to have success. I'm your state certified driving instructor. This is me, testing in progress. I want to welcome you in. So we're talking about driver's education classes. Thank you. We're talking about driver's education and what you need to know. Next, driver's education instructors are typically licensed professionals. I am a licensed professional. I go through a vision check, a medical examination, and every 2 years, I have to do a credit. This could cover driving adults and teens with ADHD. This could cover driving on the road with pedestrians and bicyclists. This could cover smart cars and new technology. So every year, every 2 years, it changes. So we have to certify. So this way, you know that I'm on top of my game. Next, driver's education requirements vary from state to state to state, with different jurisdictions having their own regulations and standards. In the UK, they do hand to hand. In the United States, we do hand over hand. We don't have a lot of manuals. We have automatics. About 90% of the cars in the United States are automatics. The other 10% are manuals. It doesn't mean that the UK test is easier. It doesn't mean that the UK test is harder. People try to make this stuff up. Quality test. Our roads are bigger, wider. We have faster cars, faster trucks. So the possibility of a collision or accident is greater. In the UK, they have smaller roads, narrow roads. They have smaller cars. We have roundabouts. UK has junctions. It's just the vocabulary. Don't get lost in the name. We have great drivers in the UK. We have great drivers in the United States. And then together, you're going to learn a lot. Let's continue. Next, research has shown that completing a driver's education course can lead to safer driving behaviors and reduce crash risk among young drivers. So every time I go live, I always think, what can I do as the driver's education professional to bring you value, to make you think, to help you become a better driver? And that's what it's really all about. It's not about me. It's about you. Let's continue. What is our learning target? Okay. We are teaching teens how to be successful drivers, how to drive with success, how to pass your test. Any questions you have, you put them in. Let's talk about what makes a good driving instructor. They're patient. You have to be patient with beginning drivers. They don't know everything. Next, they're nice and they don't yell at you. If an instructor is yelling at you, you got the wrong instructor. Next, they give directions in advance. I need you to make a right turn at the light. I need you to make a left turn at the light. They don't make last-minute decisions. You really need to be writing this down and listening, because a lot of your parents will end up screaming at you, telling you at the last second, I need you to turn right. You told me to go straight. I need you to turn left. You told me to turn right. And that's when the confusion happens. So I need to be very clear. I need to be patient. I need to be slowing myself down to help you. Next, let's talk about what makes a good driving instructor from the student's perspective. They make conversation with you. And as I continue on this platform, I know the people who come on consistently, they always leave good positive comments. And I want to bring you value. Visual demonstrations, for example, demonstrates by having us sit in the car as he or she moves the seat until we can adjust the mirrors properly. They're considerate. I can't drive today, but can I drive tomorrow at 4? Let me check my schedule. You can drive on Tuesday. Thank you. In the classroom, they share stories related to the concept. I told you last week, I had a young lady making a right turn. She then checked to the left. We almost got hit. I had to hit the brake on my side. A real life story. Look to the left, make sure it's clear. And it's clear, check to the right, make your turn. Next, they give you positive reinforcement. I'm one of the most positive people I know. Even if you're messing up, even if you're struggling, I will help you reach your goal. Good instructors on the road, they're very calm. They give you advice on how to improve. It's really important that you have improvement every single day. Good instructors give positive reinforcement. I need you to turn hand over hand. You checked your traffic. Now accelerate. You made a left turn. Push the gas. Squeeze the brake, because you're going to be overwhelmed. Next, they always remind you to do things constantly. That's what a good instructor does. They're your coach. Next, they remind you to fix your mistakes and how to figure out what you did wrong. Did you not turn the correct way? Were you going too fast in the turn? Did you not see the light? I did all the above, coach. I'm sorry. It's okay because your coach will always be positive. What is our learning target? We want to teach teens to be successful drivers and get on the road and reach their goal of getting their license. What I need you to do is stay successful. Next, this is me. Testing's in progress. I want to welcome you in, and we're focusing on those small elements to help you become a good driver, those elements to help you get on the road. If you're driving with mom and dad, you need to be thinking about what I'm saying. If you have a coach, a trainer, an instructor, put in some of these elements. You should be writing these things down and putting questions in. Jacob was the only one that put a question in. Thank you, Jacob. Good instructors, unless they use their hands to show you where to look, I need you to make a right. They're pointing to the right. I need you to make a left. They're pointing to the left because you get so nervous. And it's okay to get nervous. Next, good instructors make jokes. They make you feel comfortable. I tell dad jokes. Why? I'm a dad. Next, there's no awkward silence in the car of the class. In the classroom, they play games, use physical demonstrations. They allow you to move around. Sitting for 2 hours is a long time. That's what a lot of these other places don't show you. You're in class for 2 hours. You got to get up and move around. We do Kahoot. We do Quizlet. I'll be having some of these digital elements available for you very soon. I'll be putting together a stand store. You can order these things. Be patient with me. They're coming. Next, they treat you like an adult. Driving is for adults. It's not for kids. Driving a car does not make you an adult. It's part of the process of the matriculation to become an adult. They give you candy, they play games, or answer the questions correctly. Good driving instructors are patient. They don't belittle you when you aren't as good as the other driver. A good teacher is always positive and smiling. When you hear me talk to you, I'm positive, I'm smiling, because I believe in this from my heart. I'm not just saying this to say it. They let you talk in class quietly to one another. In the car, they allow you to listen to the radio. In the classroom, the teacher is funny. They use diagrams. What is our learning target? We're talking about teens and adults. We're giving you the tools you need to become successful drivers on the road. And that's so important. Advice for new drivers. They do a lot of light traffic light driving. At first, that's normal. You're going to drive in your neighborhood. You're going to go from your home to your high school, from your home to your friend's house, from your home to your grandmother's house, from your home to the mall. You guys still go to the mall, right? So you're going to take those small, short trips. Next, watch mom, watch dad, watch me. I'm your driver's education uncle. And then leave those questions. Understand that we're trying to teach you how to drive through an online system to help you. And then once we put together the stand store and the memberships, I'll have exclusive members only. You'll be able to talk to me on a Zoom or Google Meet, and then we can talk about your individual situation to help you. That's value. Next, I need you to study yield and a right of way at intersections. Intersections are some of the most dangerous and confusing things for beginning drivers. What if I run the light? You could get hit. What if I can't stop? You still could get a ticket. What if I can't stop in time? You should. What if I slam my brakes? You're probably going to get rear-ended. So mom and dad and beginning drivers, you need to have these conversations. Next, I need you to talk about the big five. Number one, no phone or text when you're in the car. Number two, look while turning. If you're making a left, I should see you looking to the left. If you're making a right, I should see you looking to the right. We have to turn our head and look. Don't be scared to look where you're going. Next, I need you to drive at a safe speed for the conditions. Beginning drivers tend to tailgate. They go really fast and then they slam brakes or they ride the brakes. Keep good speed, good space. 3 seconds is minimum. 1001, 1002, and 1003. What is our learning target for success. We're talking about teen drivers, beginning drivers. We're showing you the elements. We're telling you the elements. You need to be writing this down, giving us the thumbs up. And if you feel this is really valuable, you're going to subscribe. And that's a really personal decision because time is important. I'm taking the time to go live for you. I'm taking the time to go over all the things you need to be successful because I truly believe in the process of teaching teens and adults. Testing is in progress. I want to welcome you in. I'm a state certified driving instructor. These things are valuable. We're preparing you for the test, getting ready to get on the road. Next, drive at a speed that is safe for the conditions. Slow down. Some drivers go really fast, and then you have to slam brakes, or you're going to rear end someone. The most common type of collision is a rear end collision because you're going too fast. Next, beginning drivers need a lot of room so you can see. Don't scare your parents. Don't scare your instructor. Well, how would I do that? You run a light. You make a right turn on red, you almost get hit. You got to push the gas real hard. You make a left turn in front of cars or trucks. You merge out, not checking over your shoulder. You've just scared mom and dad, and they're not going to drive with you anymore. Hey, it's been 3 months. I only have 2 hours. Why? I scared my mom, and she doesn't want to drive with me anymore. I need you to listen to me and apply these principles. Next, new drivers don't judge distance and speed really well. What does this mean? You're going to pull out in front of a car and almost get hit. I told you the story. I'm going to tell you again. I had a young lady making a right turn. She did not look to the left, pull it out. I had to hit the brake. Oh my God. It was so scary. My heart, my mind, my life. And she was like, I'm so sorry. It's okay. Please look. You have to look and check traffic. Next, new drivers don't judge distance and speed very well. They need a lot of verbal instruction. Your mom should be coaching you. Your dad should be coaching you. Your driver's ed uncle should be coaching you. Whatever you need to tell me. I can't read your mind. You need to tell me what you need. Don't assume they know everything. I need all of you to be successful. I need all of you to work hard. Leave comments, subscribe. Bye.